Hi, I'm Betty, and today I'm going to talk about regular expressions. So first, I have for you a comic. Whenever I learn a new skill, I concoct elaborate fantasy scenarios where it lets me save the day. Oh no, the killer must have followed her on vacation. But to find them, we'd have to search through 200 megabytes of emails looking for something formatted like an address. It's hopeless. Everybody, stand back. I know regular expressions. Do-do-do-do, Pearl, ta-da. So, what are regular expressions? When we talk about regular expressions in the plural form, we're actually talking about a language. And that language was created to help us describe a pattern, and the language is made out of a bunch of symbols. And the thing to remember is that this language, it's not a programming language. It's just a way for us to communicate something. And when we're talking about regular expression in the singular, we're talking specifically about a pattern made to match a specific text pattern. So I'm going to sound kind of like a broken record, but regular expressions are all about pattern matching. Okay. Regular expressions today. So most programming languages actually have a lot of RegEx support. So that includes JavaScript, Perl, Go, Ruby, PHP, a whole bunch of different languages. And how did that start? It's because back in 1987, this guy named Larry Wall, he created the Perl programming language, and he added the RegEx library into his language, and everyone was like, wow, that's really awesome. I want RegEx support in my language. So over time, all the modern programming languages have RegEx support. And where did that come from? So back before modern computers, 1943, these two guys, McCulloch and Walter Pitts, they were neuroscientists / logicians. So this is before computers in the way that we know it. They were actually just talking about the human brain, and they wrote a paper about how the human brain can make really complex patterns. And then in 1956, Kleene, he took that paper and he made it into an algebra, and he was the one that actually created the notation and the sets that we call regular sets and regular expressions. Basics. So, regular expressions, all about pattern matching. In JavaScript specifically, you can create two different ways to get a regex. You can either call the regex constructor and pass in puppy, for example, or you can do an expression literal with two slashes, a forward slash and your pattern, and then another forward slash. So I'm going to talk about the second one mostly. So again, forward slash, your pattern, forward slash, and flags. And these flags are all optional. They're optional modifiers, and I will get to them soon. So matching literal characters. So if you have forward slash buffalo forward slash, this is going to literally match buffalo. And fun fact, that's actually a grammatically correct sentence in the English language. And you'll see that we're matching the second buffalo. And that's kind of weird, right? But no, it's because when we're matching literal things, it is both case sensitive and it returns the first thing it matches. It's very greedy like that. So when you match something literally, it will always return the first match and exactly what you're trying to match. Character sets. So what if you want to match one character, but you don't know which character? You can put it in square brackets. So for here, we're matching the character set A through Z. So it's going to match any letter A through Z for one character. So it's important to note that these character sets match only one character at a time. And A through Z is lowercase, as you can see, so it matches the U in the first buffalo. Mixed case, if you want to match uppercase or lowercase, you can put A through Z, lowercase, A through Z, uppercase. And so now we're matching the B in the first buffalo, capitalized B. And numbers. So character sets, you can also do numbers. So this one we're matching 0 through 9. And so you can see we're matching the 1 in 1704 Grace Hopper program. So again, it matches one character. And these character sets, they don't have to be A through Z. They can be M through X or something, or like 2 through 5. You can kind of specify. But broadly, this is what it looks like. And so character sets, you can combine them together. And so now we're matching 5 different numbers. And you can see we're going to match a zip code here. But the thing is, this looks kind of inefficient, right? Yes. I'll get to more of that later with metacharacters. So metacharacters are additional characters that help you kind of specify what's going on in your regular expression. It's interesting to note that some of these characters will have different meanings depending on the context, and they also kind of vary by programming language. The plus sign metacharacter. So instead of having to repeat yourself 5 times for 0 through 9, you can do 0 through 9 plus, and that will repeat that until it stops matching. But the thing to note for this is that it will actually keep repeating until it can't match anything anymore. So if I happen to accidentally put in a 7-digit zip code by accident, it will match all 7 numerical numbers. So how do we fix that? We have the curly braces n. So n in this case will be an integer. And then so in your curly braces, you can specify the number of matches you want to make. And so I want to match character 0 through 9 5 times. So now I will specifically match 5 numbers. The pipe metacharacter. So this pipe is for or. It means I want to match puppies or kittens. So in this sentence, it says, I have a basket of puppies, and it will match puppies. If I change this sentence and I did, I have a basket of kittens, it would also match kittens. The wildcard metacharacter. So this one, again, it matches one character specifically, and it means it will match any character except for the new line character. So in this sentence, we are matching cat, caught, cut, but we are not matching coat because it is a 4-character word and not a 3-character word. And what is G? I don't know. We'll get to that. But you'll see that we're matching 3 things in this sentence. G means global matching. So this is one of our flags. And now we're matching buffalo again, but now we're matching all the lowercase buffalo. I makes things case insensitive. So now we can match uppercase buffalo. You can also combine them to match all the buffalo. Takeaways, pattern matching. If you can find a pattern, you can match it. That's kind of the crazy thing about regular expressions, is that there are many ways to specify that pattern, and it makes regular expressions super powerful because as humans, with our brains, we make things in patterns. If you can find the pattern, you can match it. Additional resources. I know my talk was really short. So if you're interested in learning more about regular expressions, Code School has this really awesome course called Breaking the Ice with Regular Expressions. Lynda.com also has one called Learning Regular Expressions. I know that the Newark Public Library has a partnership with Lynda.com, so if you're a member there, you can have access to Lynda, I believe. And RegEx1.com, it's really cool because it has interactive exercises that will teach you slowly through all the different kinds of regular expressions. It's nice and interactive. And RegEx 101 is a website that I really like when I'm trying to figure out my regular expressions. You can type in the text you're trying to match, you can type in your expression, and as you type things in, it'll show you by highlighting what you're matching, and it'll also explain to you what's going on in your regular expression. And lastly, regexcrossword.com. It's this game, it's kind of a mix of crossword puzzles and Sudoku, and it's really fun because then you can, depending on what the regex is telling you, you can figure out the crossword. And that's it.